Okay, we are live, Satish.
Yes, sir.
Okay, welcome, guys. Welcome to our program today. A very good afternoon to the President, Dr. Ramanathan, Deputy President, Mr. T. Selvam, our Vice President, Dr. Nawa, Treasurer, Mr. Kumaraguru, the council members of KLCK, and also our wonderful participants today, as well as our guest of the day, our guest speakers, Ms. Sangita Krishna, and also Ms. Yi Mei Yi from the Credit Guarantee Corporations. Well, I would like to welcome everyone to Kuala Lumpur and Selangor Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industries Zoom series. Today is our 32nd chapter of our program on BizMula and BizWanita financing schemes for new entrepreneurs by Credit Guarantee Corporation. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have conducted about 31 Zoom series for the past 8 months this year alone, and up to last Wednesday. Today's 32nd Zoom series is actually a good series. Well, all our 31 Zoom series has been a program for awareness as well as an empowerment for business sustainability as well as disassociation of business in this pandemic period, because most of the businesses are actually facing challenges. So KLCK plays an important role to facilitate and assist all the businesses that is struggling today. So the Zoom series of such kind facilitates the businesses to sustain in this tough period. And today's session is very important for MSMEs because currently most of the businesses are facing credit problems, and moreover, businesses are locked down in this MCO period. Over nearly 1.5 years, we have been badly impacted with this coronavirus, which has globally been impacting the world. So we have taken an initiative today to organize this program in collaboration with CGC, or the Credit Guarantee Corporation. For those who are unaware, what is CGC? CGC is basically the Credit Guarantee Corporation, which was formed in 1972, and it is over 75% owned by Bank Negara Malaysia, as well as balance stakes owned by the private financial institutions. Well, CGC acts as a guarantor initially when it was formed for the financial institutions that disburse the non-collateral loans for the MSMEs. Then, over the years, CGC has obtained Bank Negara funding to actually provide direct financing to MSMEs. They have 4 different kinds of products. So basically, today we are going to go through 2 important products. Among the 4 products, guys, actually the Bumiputra Entrepreneur Project Fund, BizMula, BizWanita, and also BizBina. Today we are focusing on these 2 products called BizMula and BizWanita. And these products are actually for the new businesses, which is from 6 months to 4 years old. And why we are focusing on this, because we see that these are the businesses that are struggling today, and we want to focus on this business at the moment. And well, guys, for your information, this CGC direct financing fund from BNM is totally different from the TRRF that the government has announced in the Panjana up to Pemulih scheme. This is totally altogether different scheme, guys. So we have our good speakers today to actually give us a brief and comprehensive understanding, as well as the application procedure. So I believe our participants here will be able to ask a lot of questions later after the presentations. And then, well, I believe that everybody is aware that currently we are in the National Recovery Plan, and from phase 1 to phase 4, as you are well aware, the government has had some relaxation of restrictions recently for the phase 2 onwards. But unfortunately, most businesses are actually still in phase 1, which is in Klang Valley, like Kuala Lumpur, Selangor, Putrajaya, Melaka Negeri Sembilan, and Johor, where the businesses are still stagnated. Well, in phase 2, we have states like Penang, Kelantan, Terengganu, Pahang, Perak, and also Sabah there. And then in phase 3, Sarawak and Perlis. Nevertheless, as you all are well aware, it looks like most of them are currently working from home, businesses are still operating from home digitally. People are working from home, and I hope that everybody is in safe sound. And I've just received some reports that today the cases are still high at 21,000, death rates are above 200, and it's still worrying. The numbers have not shown any significant drop. And I think this is going to go on, and we should actually take this time to pray for those who have lost their loved ones, and we hope that their soul rests in peace. And let's make sure that all of us are staying safe at this tough period. Without further ado, before we move on to the next segment, we would like to invite our council member, Dr. Maria Rufina, to give an opening address. Doctor, over to you.
Thank you, Nivas, for the introduction. I think Mr. Nivas gave a very in-depth introduction about CGC. Very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, members of KLCK, those who are coming in for the first time ever, who are attending our KLCK event. And also a very good afternoon to all the EXCO members who are here. And to our speakers for today, Ms. Sangeeta Krishna and Ms. Yi Mei Yi. Thank you very much for being here today, this afternoon, to share with everyone all the precious information that you're going to share. Now, just to share with you a little bit, I would just like to shed a little bit of light about KLCK. I know some of you would be here for the first time. We actually have been formed in 1928. And yes, we are a 93-year-old chamber. And we actually have been very, very active, even though we are called the KL and Selangor Indian Chamber of Commerce. We actually have been serving the nation throughout whole of Malaysia, especially in this time of pandemic. As Mr. Nivas has said just now, this is our 32nd event just in the year 2021. We have actively been doing a lot of sessions, very, very fruitful for business people. And all we ask is for you to continue to be with us. And whenever you receive any of these flyers from us, do disseminate out to as many people as you can. Because the topics that we cover in all our events are really current and very, very important issues, which is very necessary for business. Okay, so a lot of things have been covered, but just to let you know that apart from doing these kind of trainings, even face-to-face, I think there are a lot of other events which we do as well, like face-to-face network gathering. So those who wish to know more about KLCK, you can either just drop by our office or you can drop a note in the chat box here and all our contacts will be there. So be in touch with us, okay? As for today, the topic is going to be very, very useful. I really hope that all of you will take advantage of this. One important point, normally after attending, many people would say, oh no, I don't think I fit in. I don't fulfill the criteria. Please don't be overcritical of yourselves. A lot of criteria have been relaxed a little bit now. Always give it a try. Apply whatever that's around there, the grants and facilities, apply. And for all you know, we have the speakers here who will also be able to give us more insights on how we can be eligible. All right. So I wish all of you all the best. Do take advantage of this event today. Thank you very much and have a good session. Over to you, Nivas.
Hi, thank you, Dr. Maria, for the brief opening. Well, I think without a further ado, I would like to invite Ms. Sangeeta Krishna, Assistant Branch Manager of Kuala Lumpur from Credit Guarantee Corporation, Malaysia Berhad, to give her first session. We have two speakers today, ladies and gentlemen. The first speaker will be Ms. Sangeeta, who will be talking briefly about CGC and its two products on BizMula and as well as the BizWanita. She will explain more details about these two products, on what is the application procedure and which are the sectors you can apply and how do you go about it. So, and then Miss Yi Mei Yi, our second speaker, will actually speak about the application process. So she will address on the processing part, what are the do's and don'ts of the applicants. So I believe if you have a lot of questions, please post it in the chat box and we will take it one at a time, and we'll open the floor for live questions at the later part. So before we move to Ms. Sangeeta's session, as usual, normally in this kind of talks, ladies and gentlemen, we'll have a lot of skepticism and curiosity whether people are getting these funds, whether when we apply, are we actually, will we get it, or is CGC really dispersing those kind of funds during this COVID period? So we have two testimonials today for the successful applicants who have obtained CGC BizWanita funds. So the first applicant, Ms. Shikin from WA Gold Enterprise, would actually share just 1-2 minutes before we start the session, because we want the participants to actually feel convinced and confident that when your company can also apply for this, and you have a good potential to get your funding approved for your business expansion or working capital or asset acquisition purpose. So can I invite Ms. Shikin to actually come in? Ms. Shikin, are you there?
Yes, saya ada.
Hai, selamat tengah hari, Ms. Shikin.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Ms. Shikin, welcome to our program. Just would like to have your testimonials to all our participants here. Dalam bahasa Malaysia pun, I think it's okay. Just tell us about your experience in CGC, BizWanita, or BizMula fund that you have obtained for your business recently.
Okay.
Macam mana experience you?
Okay, selamat petang semua kepada tuan dan puan. Nama saya Nur Washikin binti Tarim. Saya merupakan pemilik tunggal kepada Wagol Enterprise. Kami telah menjalankan perniagaan menjual emas atas talian dan kini telah mampu meraih jualan sekitar 500,000 untuk setahun dan mampu menggaji 2 orang staf, business admin dan accountant hasil daripada perluasan perniagaan atas talian di samping strategi bisnes baru yang diterapkan. Ini tidak mungkin dicapai tanpa sokongan CGC dan kelulusan pembiayaan yang telah diberikan kepada Wagol Enterprise. Dengan perolehan dana yang telah diberikan, perniagaan ini dapat dikembangkan dengan pembukaan kedai soon serta mata mampu menaikkan modal perniagaan untuk menambah koleksi terbaru barang perhiasan emas mengikut perkembangan masa terkini lah. Dan kami juga mahu menaik taraf secara perniagaan beroperasi dengan membeli stok barangan tersebut secara pukal supaya customer dapat banyak pilihan untuk barang kemas ni. Dan mengemas kini stok barangan kepada ejen-ejen di bawah naungan Wagol. Selain itu, kami juga membuka perkhidmatan tempahan barang kemas mengikut kehendak pembeli. Akhir sekali, pembiayaan ini bolehkan melahirkan saya banyak ejen-ejen di bawah saya. Kami tidak terhad kepada peluang perniagaan saja, malah kami juga turut membimbing ejen-ejen untuk lebih maju dan akan ada sesuatu yang bernilai untuk mereka jugalah. Akhir kata, pada sesiapa yang ada pertanyaan mengenai dan ingin maklumat lebih lanjut mengenai desain dan harga, boleh kontak saya.
Okay, terima kasih Puan Shikin. Terima kasih. Thanks for your testimonial, Puan Shikin. These are one of the applicants of CGC that has actually obtained the BizWanita fund. Next, we have the second one. We have Miss Rajesh, who also has obtained a CGC loan. Last year, she had a different kind of business on kindergarten, and then during the lockdown, she had to diversify her business. So to diversify her business, CGC has assisted and facilitated her. I was told by Ms. Sangeeta just now that Rajesh was one of the recent applicants who have successfully obtained her loan from CGC. So Ms. Rajesh, are you there? Hi, Ms. Rajesh. Hello, Ms. Rajesh, are you there? I think if she's not there, Sangeeta, can you...
Sorry, Mr. Niwas, I think sharing some...
okay, no problem. I think Sangeeta, you can take over now. Yeah, you can take over.
Okay, I take over. Hi, everyone. I'm Sangeeta here. Okay, hi, I'm Sangeeta here. Okay, well, thanks. Before I'm starting my slides and discuss about the product, I would like to say thanks to Ms. Shikin. Just to talk about Ms. Shikin, Ms. Shikin, she was like 1 year in business when she joining us, applying loan with us. So now her success was now from online, selling online, selling small charms online. Now she is looking forward to open a gold shop. So her success is actually also a big one of our achievement. We are very proud to have customers such like that. So we eventually always be with them, and we always been assisting them. So we have many customers such like Ms. Shikin, who have actually been with us and been someone now. So that is our success story. So without delaying, let's look at what we have today. Okay. Sorry. Okay. CGC. I believe that many of you are still wondering who is CGC? What is CGC? CGC is we are a subsidiary of Bank Negara. Our full name is Credit Guarantee Corporation. We are not Along or anyone. We are registered under Bank Negara. So what we do is we have direct financing. We do loans. We give loans for companies active more than 6 months and less than 4 years. So when we say active 6 months means they already been in business, they already operated, but they still yet to become, they yet to expand their business. They're very fresh in industry. So we don't, our funds are from Bank Negara. Okay, today we like to focus on these two products, which is BizMula and BizWanita. What is BizMula? BizMula is for companies less than 4 years. Our financing amount is up to 300,000, and our interest rate is 6-7%. While for BizWanita, BizWanita is designed for businesswomen entrepreneurs. It is the function, the requirement criteria is eventually similar like BizMula. The interest rate is 6.8%. Okay, why you need to apply this? If you are in business, you are already 6 months minimum, and you're actively having business, and you're looking forward for expansion, and you're stuck now. So this one, basically, when you go to commercial bank, they will be looking for your experience in industry, how you've been doing, what is your experience, who are your customers. So when you're struggling at this part, you know you can go somewhere, but you just all the money you had, all the fun you have, you've already invested in your business. So there we assist you. Like I said earlier, we do provide loans for companies less than 4 years. Aside providing the loan, aside BizWanita, BizMula, because I don't want to go in detail about talking, I'm not going in detail about the product, because basically many people will be like wondering what is the requirement and everything. I will pass on that to my colleague May to discuss about the challenges, the processing period and everything. So next I'm going to talk about the developmental program. Besides giving loan, once you're our customer, we will develop you from SME, from a baby. We want to help you to become a toddler, then a kid. So what we do is, along this segment, we will do a lot of mentoring program, market access program, and also retailing. So for an example, recently, we believe, like Nimas was saying, the pandemic is there, and we don't know when it's going to end. Probably we need to wait until the end of the year today. So we have what CGC has been doing actively now is we are trying to match our customers who can go online, like they can sell the their food on Food Panda if it's a food industry, if they can do they can involve in Lazada to sell their product. So all some customer, they just need someone to guide them on going digital, online, on website creating. I think we have a lot of programs for our customers, which to educate them how to do this, so that they can move to another stage. additional to that, we also have some market access program, like if you're planning to go hypermarket and everything. So we will be the source. We can assist you to bring you to penetrate the hypermarkets. But to say that during penetrating in a hypermarket and supermarket during this particular period of time, it's been a little crucial. It is not about us, it's about, I believe that your product is will be a bit tough. So we are more focusing on online marketing, guiding our customer to go online. Besides that, okay, when we was talking about product, we were talking about developmental program. Many of you will be wondering, what will happen if I'm not eligible for CGC? Is there anything I can do? Some of you might have applied with us, but unable to meet our criteria. So we here in CGC also have this ISME platform. This is on-right referral platform. What you benefit here is you will be able to register your details in this particular platform. Then from here, the detail will match your details and it will guide you to the bankers, the financials. Like for example, you probably are not, your criteria, your requirement might not match CGC, but but you can apply loan with P2P. So it will automatically pass your details to them, and a person in charge from there will be calling you. So this is like, it's done the old days where you go to banks, you go to developmental finance, you'll be wondering who are they. And like I said earlier, many of you are still like ambitious about what is CGC. So if you no need to know everything. This platform actually ease you to do what is the next. My May will briefly will guide you how to go and do the registration under ISME. So who are there in the ISME? We have 25 participating FIs. We have 8 peer-to-peer lending, FinPal funding, societies, CapBay, MicroLeap, all these 8 peer-to-peer lending for the companies which less than 4 years, or they have some not able to meet the bank and the FI requirements, then they can come in place to assist you. We have 2 other financial like Referral and PUNB. We have crowdfunding, and we also have capacity building agencies. Okay, next, this is the, I think many people will be saying loan. I believe that most of the participants are aware about loans, facilities, schemes, government fund, and so on. But now they'll be wondering, this will be the favorite question. I've been applying everywhere, but nobody is approving my loan. I'm tired of this. So why? Basically, many people, they will apply. They presume that when they apply for a loan, this is called loan, the loan will be approved. But guys, bear in mind, in a layman version, as we do assist you to, we are the funder to help you to grow your business. But again, we also in the position that we don't want your, like, when you apply for a loan, when you already have a loan, we don't want you to become highly committed with our loan, and this will actually make yourself, the loan installment burden you next. For an example, put it like this, like when we're saying SME, a person who's selling nasi lemak, we got the lady, the auntie, she been selling nasi lemak for many days, and she been successful and everything. So she already have a business there, and she already getting a business. So she add on, after nasi lemak, she have moved a step higher where she went to stall and everything, and a business still okay. She have 2 workers, then she have roti canai, maybe she have kuih. Her business was okay. So her cost was earlier a cost was 2 workers, the rental for the stall, and also her raw material. Then she have this auntie, maybe she might be very ambitious. She wanted to open a restaurant, but again, back to norm. When she having a stall there, her profit margin probably less than 10%, or only 10%. So with that particular money, she's doing good. She have her commitments to bear all her commitment and everything. So she is ambitious. She want to open a restaurant. They're not stopping here. Definitely, we are happy to grow her, but with the same cost. She said, this is my cost. There is no any decrease in my cost. The cost will be same. I will be selling my nasi lemak for RM1. As usual, I will be selling my roti canai for the same price. Is anything? No, but here there will be additional cost where when she opens a restaurant, higher rental, more workers, and more capacity like cleaning, plates they use, and other more. So renovation and so on. So basically, with assuming a profit is 10%, that 10% is actually might have been gone to the expenses for the expenses of running restaurant. So don't you think that by applying loan, any loan, not with CGC, no matter with anyone, without a profit budgeting, it will be a good initiative or bad? Because here, earlier, she don't have any loan. She have 10% profit. Now her 10% profit is already spent to the operating costs. So, and additional to that, she have our bank installments to be back. So this is a burdening her. And after, if she's not paying paying our installment, what will happen? There will be legal letter for her. She need to bear with all the lawyer fees and so on. So and also will affect the track record. So this is the reason we are here. Me and my colleague May are here today to educate you all to make sure that applying loan is crucial, is important, but it is, please do it when and as required. And what we do also, we also have assessment. So we look at your character. How is your secrets? How we judge, how we will say that you will able to manage to do all this. You look at your character, what your secrets conduct. Probably you've been financing all your loan accordingly. So we believe that you already have your current earning is sufficient for the current all your repayments. Your capacity, like earlier I mentioned, with 10% profit, probably you might able to only spend on the extra expenses, not to pay our money. Then what is your model? Like I said, maybe you have extra model. Maybe you were saying back to earlier story, you're going to open a restaurant, you have your own capital, and you are also aside of selling nasi lemak, roti canai, and kuih muih. Probably you want to invest in advertisement, you want to go for online deliveries and so on. So, but you have already put your investment. So basically, you will have a side of workings. Now you will have additional customer via online and so on. So that's why we say, what is your model? What is your commitment? And the condition, like what I say now. So like, for example, the same auntie just now, if you're opening a restaurant at this period of time, pandemic, so whether it's acceptable or not, that's the other thing we'll look. And collateral. Basically, collateral is like more on your guarantee, what you can do a guarantee. That was on the assessment. And a person will be asking, hey, when I opened, same auntie, she said, no, when I was in a stall, I was selling nasi lemak for RM1. When I'm going for restaurant, I will be increasing my price. So she said, I will have more profit. So I can manage to, definitely I able to run the restaurant better because I'm going to increase my price to my customers. But she need to bear in mind, just it's not by only operation. We are here, how we want to trust you, how we want to know whether things are happening as according to your confirmation, your verbal confirmation. Many of y'all, you are in business, but I'm sad many are still unaware and still haven't registered the business. They say I'm running a business, but when you look at SSM, they have never been registered for any business there. They're just running by their name. Then opening of current account. Opening, why current account is very important. It is not only opening account for us to do assessment. It's later part when you want to check on your billing. Like for example, you pay your commitment. Upon the commitment, what will your profit will be? Because when you are in business, you need to know what is your profit to be to do extra commitment, extra expansion. So you need an account to know to report all this transaction. And then your financial preparation of your financial statement and so on. Preparation of financial statement, even if you're not preparing financial statement for us, after being 2 years in business, I think that taxation, our Malaysian taxation will kejar you, asking for all the report and everything. So that is crucial as well. It's important actually. Okay. Okay. Earlier when I was talking to you how to register, you need to register your business. This is the website. I believe that now you can do it online. You can just go to the website ssm.com.my and do your registration. It's a very easy step. Then your current account, you can go to any bank. It can be any banks in Malaysia. You need to just open a current account. Then once you open your current account, once you register your company, your business, what you will be next. So you need to ensure that, like for example, again back to the auntie story, she sells nasi lemak for 10 ringgit per day. She need to ensure that this money to be reported in a current account. Why? Two reasons. One, later when applying for any loan, all the bankers will be asking, what is the proof you've been doing business? So this is the proof that yes, I'm doing business and this has been my sales for every day. So that's one. That's a reason. Another reason is for your own self, because how you want to monitor your sales? Probably you're doing a business here, there will be a downturn and upwards. So when how you want to monitor sales? This is even if your sales for that particular day is 10 ringgit, I believe that I strongly will recommend for all of you to please do the deposit or current account. Then upon you doing a current account, please prepare receipts, invoices, PO. You don't need to have receipts, which is like you need to prepare in computer. You can just buy a receipt book and everything, just fill it up and keep it. Why it is necessary? It's for your own reference. It is for your own reference. And when you're applying loan anywhere, not even with CGC, if you're going to other banks, they will be asking you proof. All this will be a good assessment for a banker to assess on your business viability. Okay, and next is on your financial recording. On your financial recording, please, once your business is developing, if you're sole prop, you've been in business 2 years, do make sure that you have preparing your financial statement. Why it is important? This is for your projection, where you can do your projection. You can see your profit every year. And next thing is definitely you go anywhere, any banks, they will definitely be requiring this. So here that was the financial statement. Okay, next then now many of you will be wondering, okay, I have done with my business registration. I'm more than 6 months in business. I'm very active. So I want to apply for loan. Again, back to the auntie story, the nasi lemak selling auntie story. When she want to diversify, she need to know why she's diversifying the business. What her capital are? What is the reason for that? What is the stock? So she need to share with us. Like if she just want to open a restaurant because she say, oh, I want to have bigger space, but if you have no any plans, so we as a banker will be wondering what is the reason of you, because the stall she can already accumulate the 20 working every day. So that will be reason. Then what kind of commitment she's giving? Like we bankers, we are giving a loan we are giving our money, our fund to these business people. What are their commitments? So it is the commitment here. It is not to say that, oh, you need to put your money. It's also to see that your sustainability, whether you are very committed to the business. It's not like in Malay they will say don't suka-suka buat all this business. It's like you betul-betul have some reason and purpose of doing business. Then if you have purchased asset, you have stocking and so on. So now before dragging long, I'll pass over to my colleague Miss Mei to discuss. Mei is my SMP, my sales and processing officer in taking care of KL branch. She's been assessing all the documents when there is an application, loan application. She will be doing the preliminary assessment. Thereafter, if the customer is eligible, she will be doing the recommendation for our HQ for approval. So Mei, for you to go on.
Good afternoon. Thanks, Gita. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Can you all hear me?
Clear me.
Can I? Okay, right. Gita, I think you have to unshare your slides first. Gita. Okay. Hi. Good afternoon. Okay, before I share my slide, I actually see two questions here. Okay, one is from Mr. Sivam and one is from Dato Sarah. Okay, to answer you first, Mr. Sivam, for any SSM that is registered in 2014, meaning to say it's more than 4 years. Yes, we still do funding for companies that are more than 4 years. We do that, but in detail, I think that maybe later on you contact me personally, or maybe my boss, Gita. Okay, and as for Dato Sarah, afternoon Dato. Okay, we have issues whereby banks are not funding construction, tourism, and other industries. Okay, to answer your question is, we do give funding to construction. Again, it's all subject to approval, because some of my clients, when they approach us, they be thinking, it's an instant approval. No, that's not the case, And I understand that some of the banks are recently, especially during this pandemic, they are not, I wouldn't say they are not giving, they are more reluctant giving funding in construction industry. As for tourism, they are actually offering special relief fund. We call it SRF or TRRF. I mean, these are by banks lah. Okay, so hold on, let me share my slide. No, I'm sharing my screen, sorry, not slide. Okay, just a moment. Okay. All right, I hope that everyone can see my screen now. Can everyone see my screen? Whatever I'm sharing now?
Yeah, can carry on.
Okay, all right. Okay. This is a portal designed by CGC. Okay, we actually designed this portal is mainly to serve all the SMEs in Malaysia. Okay, what is the portal all about? Okay, ISME is for customers whereby, okay, because not many, some of my clients, in fact, I got them from this portal, meaning to say they have no any close bankers, they do not know any bankers in the market, and they do not know which bank to approach to actually support their business for working capital. So we actually designed this portal for all the SMEs to actually explore. Okay, first and foremost, okay, this is the website address. I think it will be shared into the chat box, right? Okay. Okay, once you key in this, once you are here, this is the first page. Then what you would do is you come to this page. Okay, this portal actually serves all SME, regardlessly whether you are a 4-month-old company or you are actually 10-year-old company. Okay, the first thing is you come here to register. Register now. Okay, you will have to actually fill up all the details here. Okay, the most important thing is you must be registered under SSM. If there is no SSM, you cannot proceed with this application. Okay, after you fill up all the information here, you see we actually need the SSM number. Okay, and bear in mind, whoever that is going to try on this web page, on this website, to actually explore what financial institution can help you out on your working capital, the key person has to fill up. Try to avoid asking your PA, your admin, your wife, your children to fill up. Okay, there's a reason why. Okay, after you fill up all the information here, this is the part, the applicant details, meaning the key person. Okay, let's say if you are Sendram Berhad, there are 2 directors. Preferably the key person to key in this, because after you key in all the details here, the applicant details here, the phone number and email address, they will actually send you an OTP. The 6-digit OTPs will be sent to your handphone. Then you will have to key in. The reason is because we have to protect our SMEs PDPA purposes. Okay, after you key in all the details, you will have to agree all the terms, then you register. Okay, some of my clients, after they register, they'll be thinking that, okay, I'm done. No, after you register, I can't, I'm so sorry, I can't move on to other page because I can't key in any of my clients' details due to PTPA. So after you register, they will actually, it will actually lead you to another page whereby it says that for more information or for new application. So you will have to actually click on the new application, then whereby you will fill up all your company details like financial, your sales, your nature of business, things like that. Once you already submitted the new under the new application, after you submit, immediately on the system itself, it will prompt you what finance institution can assist you. They will show you, for example, maybe you'll see CGC, Affin Bank, Public Bank, Maybank. Okay, from there, you will start clicking which are the banks that on any finance institution that you think you are interested with. Then you just click, then after you submit. But having said that, when you click submit, I have clients that also misunderstood that by having you clicking submit, they think that their application or the banks are actually processing your case. No, that's not the event. Yeah, it's just that they will receive your inquiry, they will give you a call. Like for CGC, for example, we are given 2 days to actually return the call, to call the customer, to assist them. From there, okay, then only then you have to submit all the documents that are required. Okay. Okay, you all can try to play around with the IMSME portal, because most of my clients actually tried it and they say it's rather helpful. I would say that. And just now Gita was asking me to share about the processing and maybe to give some tips on what are the do's and don'ts when you apply loans. Okay, maybe I should say this. I have been with banks for maybe about close to 10 years. And then now I'm here with CGC. What I will tell to all potential clients or my clients is, whenever the banker asking for documents, furnish them all, because this will actually speed up the whole assessment. You know, some of my clients, okay, I'm thankful that most of my clients are very cooperative. They will give all the documents, whatever we require. That's because you just imagine if they are asking you for 10 documents, but you only manage to give them 5. That's when the frustration will come in for you and for the banker as well, because they can't assess, they can't tell. And yet, you know, I understand, because all customers are very frustrated now, you know, especially during pandemic. They want it fast. I want an answer. I want approval. But the thing is, if customers can't even provide the documents to the banker, they can't assess. When they can't assess and they are jumbled up with all the application from other clients, they will definitely put your application aside. This is the, I don't know whether it's called tip or what, but this is the first thing first. I will advise all of you to do so. Give all the documents. There is a reason why bankers are asking for documents, especially given for those customers that if you're applying for a clean loan meaning to say with no collateral. So all we want is the papers, the documents, that's all. That's how we assess. That's how we assess them. Again, with all the documents, only then the banker can tell you whether you can proceed, we can proceed further or not. Can I, I see quite a lot of questions here. Am I?
May you go on first.
You carry on first. We will do it towards the end of the
Okay.
session. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I think that's all from me. Actually, my main purpose is to show on the IMSME portal, and you know, if you do not know where to go, you know, you just do not have any bankers on hand. You just don't know which bank to go for. My advice is try out with the IMSME, because from there you filter off based on your portfolio. Maybe your sales is standing at 500,000 per year. Okay, then this bank will suit you, for example.
Okay. So I think briefly, Ms. Mei and Sangeeta has actually done a very good presentation, very, very brief and very detailed, into straight to the point. we have now we will start taking the questions for interactive session and benefiting all the participants here today. Well, let's start with the first question. I think the first one is from Mr. Sivam, SSM registered 2014. I think there's now Miss Sangita and Miss Mei has already said that CGC do indeed have products for companies beyond 4 years, right, Sangita?
Sorry, Niwas. Hi, Mr. Sivam. Okay, actually, we do have product for companies more than 4 years, but it's not our direct financing. It is more, we tied up with commercial bank, where what we will do is we will do the assessment and we'll pass to the commercial bank to proceed with the application. However, to note that this depends on the availability of fund. Currently, we only have funds for Sendian Berhad, and it will be part under OCBC. Okay, why I was not in detail about this is, yes, CGC, we have more open, but banks recently, especially during this pandemic, they have their own requirement as well. Like for example, construction industry, tourism industry, they have their construction there. Yet, if you are interested, you are more than 4 years and you are Sendian Berhad company, you can always call us and you can apply with us. We will do the assessment, and once approved, we will pass the application to OCBC. But bear in mind, application for companies more than 4 years, depending on the fund from the commercial bank.
Okay, thank you, Sangita. I believe
Miss Rajesh is here. Maybe you want to...
Yes. Let's finish 1 or 2 questions first, probably. So, Mr. Sivam, I think it answers your question. As I mentioned earlier in the opening, that CGC's position earlier when it was formed was acting as a collateral for all the banks that are disbursing non-collateral loans. So CGC acts as a guarantee. So those kind of products that is offered by the private financial institutions that is going to be guaranteed by CGC, that is the product that Mr. Sivam you could apply. So did I answer the question, Mr. Sivam?
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Sivam. Okay, next, Dato Sara, I think he highlighted earlier, construction, tourism, and other industries are actually not obtaining loans from the private banks. Can CGC identify which other banks' products are being allocated for these industries? Well, I believe for this particular fund, BizMula and BizWanita, the sectors are open. Any sectors can apply. That's right, Ms. Sangita?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, and it is for working capital and asset acquisition purposes. So all the sectors can apply to this, but subject to approval. So Dato Sara, probably you can highlight your further inquiries here. Dato? Are you there, Dato? Okay, we'll take the next question. Before that, we were speaking just now about testimonial. Miss Rajesh is here. Miss Rajesh, can you come in just to share about your testimonials on your experience with CGC in obtaining the BizWanita or BizMula fund? Miss Rajesh, are you there?
Yes, I am here. Hello, hi.
Hi, Rajesh. Yes.
Thanks, Gita. Okay, thanks, Mr. Raghavan. All right. Actually, I'm just here to share that I actually operate a childcare workplace for Asia, and also kindergartens and enrichment center. So during this pandemic, we could not continue physical classes, so we have to go via online. And it was really bad on our side as we are also impacted with the COVID-19, and the business have to still go on because we would like to sustain our business. So what happened is all my centers were actually running smooth for first 3 months, I think, because the Perkeso Sokso's loan subsidy was really helpful. But we came to a stage where we really need cash flow to run our business. So that is where I actually applied for CGC. And it was not easy in the beginning because all my school was not under loan, and I do not have a background of applying loan for any of the startup companies. So, but somehow they understand and they're quite helpful. And Gita actually came and visited all my centers, and with that, she approved my loan. So I really thank her because we are still running strong and our business is picking up again. And yeah, to sustain, to pay the rental and about 25 staffs to pay salary is not easy. So thanks, Gita. And yeah, CGC will help you all. That's from me.
Thank you, Rajesh. Thank you for your wonderful testimonials, guys. Basically, we brought in two testimonials today simply because to convince our participants, to motivate all of you that CGC is one of the helping hand for MSMEs that are currently struggling in financially, that needs funds in dire state, that is in dire state. So that's the reason we have actually roped in two testimonials. Thank you, Rajesh. And guys, for your information, the FAQs, frequently asked questions on BizMula and BizWanita, is posted in the chat box here for your info. You may actually go download that and get further info there. We will take the next question from Mr. Vishnu. Mr. Vishnu, are you there? Hi, Vishnu.
Vishnu have
Yes,
left
yes.
because
I'm here.
Yeah, Vishnu. Okay, I have read your comments here.
Okay.
Probably you can over the live session you can actually address your issues.
Okay. Let me just introduce myself. My name is Vishnu. I'm the founder of one of the chain barbershop, okay, which is Romeo Studio Barbershop. Been operating since the year 2017 of June, right? Okay, so we was running well with lots of marketings and so on. Okay, it's more to like a franchise concept. So we have external funders who actually invested into our brand. But due to this recent pandemic, okay, we are badly affected. MCO 1.0, we were closed for 1.5 months. 2.0, we was closed. And 3.0 is like still never ending. So in this past few months, I have actually intended to diversify my business to pharmaceutical. So I'm intending to start a brand. Okay, I'm not sure how many of y'all did see recently, even Suresh from THR Raga also posted on his social media site. It's called Dr. Pharmacy. Okay, so I'm actually looking for funding from CGC to help out my project. And I'm also open for investors who are keen to actually invest into the brand. So what kind of assistance that I could actually acquire from CGC? That's what I would like to know. Thank you.
Actually, I'm very excited to answer Mr. Vishnu's question. I've been waiting for it because this is something most of the customer like to ask us, and I think everyone have this kind of concern. Okay, yes, Mr. Vishnu, we hear you. We also understand you. Being in your position is very hard. But there are things we will look at when you are saying that you are running a barbershop and this pandemic. So our next question will be, because this, like I mentioned earlier, we customer, especially those who have affected during pandemic, how you managing your cash flow. If you having a difficulties, have been saying, for example, you have been having difficulties managing your operating expenses, so you are coming for the bank, you want some assistance from the bank and we can give you, but what will happen thereafter? Our concern about what will happen thereafter, because we don't give any moratorium for our loan application. So now, once we get our fund, for example, like I said, our loan size is very small. We are giving minimum 30 to maximum 300,000. So assuming that we gave you the money, you have been running a retail chain there. So once we give you, maybe for a few months, you manage with our fund, you manage to run the operating expenses. But do bear in mind, you and many of you there, you will be having an additional commitment here, is which is our installment. And when you need to bear this installment, this will be headache. One. Second thing, it will be besides, like, if you never pay for 3 months, it will be NPL, then you'll be getting legal notices. All that is like another issue, a separate issue that is like very much torturing you. So as I say, a cash flow is important. I know when you're hearing this, you'll be saying that what is the purpose? It is not I've been never do, I've been doing well, everything happens, something happened now. So my recommendation here is there are some funds such as TRRF, under commercial bank and also some government funds. I am not very, I don't know the detailing about this fund is actually to support those impacted due to this pandemic. So you can check on that, or you can even register the ISME platform there, so that the platform will assist you which banks have able to assist you on this funding, and the officer or the bankers will be calling you directly. On your next question, yes, you said you're already done with your barber. It's not done, you are having the barber shops there, but since the pandemic, you're looking forward, you don't want to stick there, you're doing some expenses, that is fine. We are okay if that is so, we are okay. But when you are saying that expansion, we want to know what kind of survey, what kind of how you know what is your homework you have done on this particular diversification. Homework here is why I can't remember what else. Sorry, I forgot what you want to diversify on. But I just give you an example. For example, now you're diversifying on online clothing, for an example. So when you're talking about clothing, we need to know what is your target market. Have you been doing this in part-time, or someone doing this, or do you have some customer base you think you can sell with, or what is the who are there in industry already been doing this, what is their success story, are you relating to that? We need to know all this info, some info work done by you to us. Aside of that, again, like I said, there is two ways. When you're moving forward, you're going for diversification, you will definitely need some capital to be invested, which is good because bank will see what is director's commitment. But once your capital is invested, your cash flow is already been stretched there. So that is another concern. Will you able to, okay, we are funding you because maybe you want to diversify another business, your commitment is 20,000, 20,000, you want another 20,000 from us. We can proceed, we can look at it, but is that 40,000 will be able to bring back your sales? What is your comfort on that? So we need, like I said earlier, there's a lot of, you need to do homework, you need to, if you're coming to us and saying that this is this, I'm going to move forward on this, and this is what I'm able to do, and with this diversification, this will I able to manage. Definitely we will consider it. Next, on the secrets, as I said here, as I mentioned here, this is something bankers, DFI, and everyone like to see. They will look at your conduct of account, because basically for us, this is one of our way of determining what is your character. If you are saying despite this pandemic, I've been managing my loans, I'm trying to do the best and so on, then we will consider. But you're already having the problem there, then your diversification on new business, and you still have unpaid debts to be paid. So this will be another commitment as well. This will be another hassle as well. That's also our concern here. So if you manage to balance it, you manage to say, okay, done, this is what I can do. My conduct is okay. So far I'm able to manage, but I know another 6 months, if this going forward, another 1 year, I might not able to have anything. So I need to diversify, and this is my diversification plan. So yes, we can assist you there. We can do something on that. We will be happily helping you. So it will be very case to case. So guys, when you're saying diversification, or you're talking about why industry's already been in pandemic, do bear is that CGC are here to help you to develop. At the same time, CGC is also want to ensure that our loan commitments are not burdening you. You're able to grow. It's not able to become, you want to grow you. That's our main determination here. I hope I'm very clear on, I hope this explains on this.
Thank you, Sangeeta, for the comprehensive explanation. I think Mr. Vishnu, the best thing is now applying the SME platform, and it will connect you to the right partner. Am I right, Sangeeta? That's your conclusion.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, never mind. I think I did see that Miss Sangeeta posted her name card earlier. Okay, I'll just have a private chat with her and
Thanks,
see
Mr.
what
Vishnu.
can be
Meet
worked out.
offline with Ms. Sangeeta, and I think definitely CGC can assist you with this.
Oh, sure.
This Mr.
That'll be great.
Ramarao.
Thanks.
Thank you. Mr. Ramarao Simanchalam, he has actually applied to CGC and his application got approved in Seberang Jaya. However, it was rejected by OCBC. Mr. Ramarao, are you there to explain the situation? It's a bit confusing.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. My name is Ramarao. Actually, I had 2 loans with CGC earlier. That is when my company is under enterprise. Since the government changed, enterprise cannot be directly converted to Sdn Bhd. So whereby I changed the company name to Sdn Bhd, new company name. So recently I had applied with the CGC on loans. So that was CGC explained to me that is upgrading. So they still consider as a enterprise account. So from there they gave us to apply. So I applied, and then all the documents submitted, everything approved by CGC. So according to them, they can give me somewhere around 50K. But unfortunately, when the document went to OCBC Bank, they rejected. But until now, we don't know what the actual issue on the rejection.
Probably you can contact Ms. Sangeeta, and I think Ms. Sangeeta will be able to assist you on this.
Answering to Mr. Ramarao's question, and also I think I have told about that earlier. Actually, Mr. Ramarao, like I said, companies more than 4 years, we are not, this is not direct financing, we are tied up with commercial bank. So when we are submitting the application at our side, our assessment is okay, we are able to approve, but they are the fund provider. They have their own criteria. Like some of the industry, like construction, on complicated construction, like they have their criteria as well. So that is the reason your loan been rejected, Mr. Rama.
So what should he do now, Ms. Sangeeta, for these circumstances?
Okay, again, like I said, maybe what you can do is, Mr. Ramaro, you can go to ISME platform, you register your details. Probably those other banks will able to match your criteria and guidelines will be connecting you or thanking you.
Okay.
Can I add points here regarding the OCBC Bank's application? Because after we process on our side, let's say approval already granted by our HQ or maybe on our branch level, another processing level has to be done at OCBC's level. Meaning OCBC will actually have to assess the certain documents and you have to meet certain criteria. So I understand that some of my clients that actually face the same issue, and OCBC have their own internal screening process. So like what my lady boss Gita said, if that is the event, if OCBC actually rejected, I will believe that it's better for you to try out with other banks as well. Again, I think for CGC is our core product here is companies that are 4 years and below. Having said that, it's not saying that any companies that are above 4 years and we don't assist. No, we just that our core business here is to help young entrepreneurs to grow. And I think the next question is, some of the clients will ask, why are you giving such low amount on the on your loans? It's because the main reason here is CGC is formed to actually complement the banks. We are here to complement the banks in the sense that because many banks they wouldn't grant any I wouldn't say wouldn't, but it's a bit reluctant to grant any loans to companies that are new, that are babies, because they feel a bit insecure. It's like to them it's too new, this company. So therefore many companies are facing that kind of challenges when they apply with bank. That is why CGC is formed. So I hope that we answer your question.
Thank you, Ms. Mei. I think next question is from Ms. Sarojini. Sarojini. She has started her wholesale business such as rice, sugar, oil, and so on. She needs cash to buy stocks. Will CGC be able to help them? As long as your company is below 4 years and minimum operation of 6 months, I believe you are qualified. Am I right, Ms. Mei?
Yeah. I would say yes, qualified in the sense that yes, you can actually submit. But again, I always stress this to all my clients, is subject to approval, because we are not only looking at your nature of business. We have to assess all your entire portfolio, your sales, your bank statement, your CCRIs, your CTOS. But of course, you know, put it short, let's not make it overwhelmed. You know, some of customers, they feel so overwhelmed. In the end, they will end up, I give up lah, I don't want to submit anymore. No, please don't give up that way. You try first. So at least you furnish the documents to CGC, then from there we assess.
Miss
I hope that
Sarojini,
answered that.
Miss Sarojini, just to add on, I think my number is there. Maybe later you can share with me your latest 6 months bank statement. I will go through on that. I will advise you accordingly, Miss Sarojini.
Hi, Miss Sarojini, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so
Miss Sarojini, maybe my number is there. Maybe you WhatsApp me your latest 6 months bank statement. Let me go through that. Then I will advise you accordingly from there.
Yeah, ma'am. Sure, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Miss Sarojini.
Thank you.
Next question is for Sundran Brahat. OCBC wants a turnover of 1 million a year to qualify. Can Miss Winnie?
I think this is not. I'm not sure where. Who was the? Okay, I'm not sure. Sorry, I'm not sure where he got this info from. Actually, there is no any limitation, but for you to eligible for any loan application with CGC, our CGC's criteria first is 20% of sales. So, or annualized AMD. So we will see which is lower. So from there, we will do the calculation. So far, we never come across any application with CGC goes to OCBC. They decline because the sales is less than 1 million.
Yeah,
so
Miss Sangeeta, I'm the one who posted this. I have few companies and I'm in contact with several banks. And at one time, I communicated with OCBC. In fact, they called me. First thing they asked, what is your turnover? All right. So one of the company had a turnover of 600,000. They said, no, you need to have a turnover of 1 million to qualify for this particular business.
Sorry, Mr. Murgaya, this one you directly call OCBC, is it?
They called me.
Okay. I'm sorry, Mr. Murgaya, I cannot assist you on this because this is, like I said, probably banks have their own criteria and requirement. So as far to us, when the application comes to CGC, we don't have any limitation. As long as you meet the 20% of sales or annualized AMD, we able to proceed with the application.
So that'll be good if you can facilitate for companies. I have another company with a turnover of 10 million. All right. And during this pandemic, and they have this facility that we approach to some of the banks, even our own banks like Public Bank and PIB and all that. Even with a good track record of 10 million every year, all right, and yet there's no response from the bank or any kind of assistance. So it's not that I mean, even if you comply with all the requirement, yet we always get a silent response from the bank, or the only thing they say, they have run out of money, they're waiting for Bank Negara. To support.
Ms. Murugaya, we were organizing some TRRF program earlier where we were connected to Maybank and CIMB Bank officers. So we had a lot of inquiries from our participants then, and we routed them to the officers in charge, and they managed to get something out of the bank. So probably you can drop down your contact details.
Yeah.
We will facilitate you on this, sir.
Sure.
Because the program today intends for the BizMula and BizWanita, which is within the 4 years. You will be probably in the different league market. So
sure.
I will intro you to the bankers there directly.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Murgia. Next thing is Ms. Sivaraj, into the beverages manufacturing. Just started the market to market our product on January 2021. We need money to advertise and market it to retails. Will CGC assist us on this? Mr. Sivaraj, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, please, you may clarify further on the floor.
Okay, actually, we just started our manufacturing on January, and we already bring it to the market on several places like within Klang Valleys. So that's why we are looking on these funds for us to bring it more widely, for us to do the advertisements and for us to bring it to the market and on the brand awareness basically. So this is what we needed fund on it. So that's why I just want to know whether CGC does any programs or any helpful thing for us to get it
Mr.
on.
Sivaraj, thanks,
Yeah.
thanks, Mr. Sivaraj. Mr. Sivaraj, you are saying that you already you're already in market for 6 months, so you already have sales, you already have profit and track record, or you are just explore to hypermarket. It's very new in the market.
No, we haven't went to hypermarkets. We are just into the groceries and restaurants.
Okay, but is that you already seen some sales and profit there?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, so
not that bigger amount, but yeah, we are still surviving and we are just going.
You can later probably, Mr. Sivaraj, you can drop me your bank statement to my WhatsApp me your bank statement for your 6 months bank statement. We can have further discussion on that. Adding on to that, you also can register our ISME portal so that any banks or any DFI that able to match your criteria will be able to be in contact with you.
All right, sure.
Thanks, Mr. Sivaraj.
Thanks, Mr. Mita.
Okay, thank you, Sivaraj. Next, we have a question from Dato Sarah. Dato, are you there, Dato?
Yeah, I'm here.
Carry on, Dato.
Okay, I did ask previously, I'm from construction industry. Construction industry and of course other industries at this moment are not funded by banks. That's okay. But the issue is when we start going through the process and submission, many banks, for example, Public Bank, Maybank, RHB Bank, we submitted. The process goes on. At the end, we find out that they are not funding or reluctant to fund construction industry. As CGC is directly under Bank Negara and controlling or at least having overseeing all the bank, if we can identify which bank funding which industry, easier for us to go direct and we can concentrate on the documentation and get things done easier way. Rather than we are not sure, we are going in, at the end only we find out the issues. Can CGC help on this matter?
Ms. Dr. Sarah, good afternoon. On this matter, whether we can assist you upfront or we can assist you to re-ask the banks to get the criteria, I don't think so. We can do that because we are not managing the banks, and sometimes the bank criteria change. Maybe probably now they can proceed with the construction and maybe later cannot. And saying that sometimes being in banking line for many years and in credit assisting SMEs, usually sometimes it is not they can't, they have they cannot do for certain industry, they limit it. If there is anything not doable, they can go one level higher to get approval. But it's case to case. This is a banking standard. That's the reason they couldn't advertise saying anywhere that, oh, this cannot be done, construction cannot be done. They cannot be saying that because usually they will be able to do something. They're able to go for a next level for approval. Probably that's the reason when you apply with RHB or other banks, they might have approved, they might comfortable with your record, all the condition and everything, your capacity, your track record and so on. But eventually after fighting on your case, we will say fighting your case like a processing officer and a sales officer, we will fight with our approval unit. We will try to struggle because we bringing in sales, we know our customers KYC. So once we do that, probably that's where we say no. So that's the reason it is failing there. Like I said that if an officer wanted to proceed with the applications with other condition met, your character and everything, that's your, I think most of your officers are okay to proceed with your application. That's the reason it was approved, initially not approved, it was been sent for submission. They eagerly wanted to get it approved, but unfortunately there's certain circumstances and it was not able to be met. So I'm not sure how this is gonna help, but we do hear you. We are also very sad sometimes, but we are just I don't know how to answer this, but I think the CRRF has been helping out a lot.
I think
and
Dato'
at our
Sarah,
side,
probably we can help you, Dato' Sarah, for the
on companies less than 4 years, we at CGC, if we see your capacity is that, we definitely will do something on that. We will fight for the approval. And we have cases, we got approved also, construction cases, been approved during this particular period of time. But companies more than 4 years, this is something beyond our control here.
Yeah,
a bit of suggestion.
Nivas, for one sec. Why I'm highlighting this is many other industry, not only construction industry, could have experienced the same what I was experiencing.
Yes,
so we have gone through to the certain extent, and then only we come out that they are original, scope. They're reluctant to fund for certain industries. This is happening in the market. Bank, still the banks. Your CGC is different, but banks still the bank. They still want to go through the industries as well as checking through the CITO, secrets. All these things is okay. But the thing is, if they do not want to fund, if you can highlight earlier, it would be great. We are not wasting of time. That's it.
Maybe Dato, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, just correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, for example, like certain banks, they do give funding to construction. They do. So when they collected your documents, so while they are processing, or when they submitted, out of nowhere suddenly the management call to stop. Say, okay, for now, whatever industry we don't do funding now due to the exposure that the bank has, maybe too high exposure to the certain industry. It could be that way. I'm not too sure. I might be wrong. And may I suggest you that Dato, I don't know whether it works. Again, there is no 100% guarantee approval. Some of the customers I advise would be, if let's say if you have any collateral on hand now, for example, house, car note, FD or land, maybe you charge it to the bank. So banks will feel more secure. They feel more secure. I have something in hand. From there, then they will grant you a different type of loan. It's not working capital anymore, or maybe they will add on with, it's a refinancing loan. On top of it, they will grant you a working capital. It could be that way. I don't know.
Add on to me, so Dato, to everyone, the participants also, when you have a property or something collateral also, especially property, basically compared to applying working capital with the FD as a collateral or guarantee as a collateral, with the property, actually your interest rate is lower also, because you will get some BLR plus or BLR minus. I can't able to advise on the exact interest rate because that's bank's requirement. So you're also able to see some saving there.
Okay, thank you.
I think I would like to bring to Dato' Sarah's attention also that during the engagement between the chambers and trade associations with the Bank Negara recently, Bank Negara have said that it is their fund that they are actually allocating to all the banks. And if the banks are not actually cooperating with the industries or the companies that are doing well on paper and also has good potential, they would like to get those kind of genuine feedback from the ground. So I think Dato' Sarah, maybe you can get in touch with us and get us further details so we can assist you further on this.
No problem, Nivas. Thank you.
Thank you, Dato'. Do we have other questions from the floor? Can we have some questions? Do we have any feedback from anybody? So I believe our good two speakers today have given a good explanation about these two products on BizMula and as well as BizWanita. And I believe that the participants have got some good information, and you can kickstart immediately by applying into the online application as shown by Ms. Mei just now. For ISME, those who are interested to apply from who are having businesses more than 4 years, you can go into the IMSME platform. Those who like to apply for BizMula and also BizWanita can apply through the online portal of CGC. So if you have, do you have any further questions before we go towards the end of the program today? Can we take one or two questions from the floor? And those who are actually above 4 years of company, contact the secretariat. I believe our secretary has put in the details here. Kindly email us or WhatsApp us. We will guide you to the relevant bankers, especially the banks that still have the fund. And this fund, for your information, is from Bank Negara. So this is not the internal fund of the bank. So the Bank Negara very frequently engages with all the trade associations and business chambers like KLCK to get feedback from the ground on the financing of this BNM as for funds for SMEs. So those who are here today, please take note that if the banks are not giving you good cooperation and not giving you a clear picture, you should contact us and we will be able to assist you on this matter. Kindly make sure that your company documents and everything is in order so that when we take it up, we have a genuine and credible case to actually fight for you. We have polling here for the program today. I hope that all the participants can actually cast your poll on how do you rate the program today, and we very value your feedback so that we can improve further in our subsequent programs. So kindly join us on our subsequent programs, which we are doing a lot of BizMula package awareness program, some empowerment program for business sustainability of MSMEs, and also other related programs that we organize on it from time to time. You can connect with us in our Facebook, KLCK, Kuala Lumpur and Selangor Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industries Facebook portal, and all the details of our social media is also provided in the chat box here. So if there is no further questions, probably we are towards the end of the poll, at end of the session, and I would like to. Is there any questions? If there is no questions from the floor, I would like to thank all the participants who have came for this informative program today. So as an action item immediately, those who are really in need of this CGC's BizMula and BizWanita, kindly do the needful by applying online, or if you have any other clarification, kindly contact Ms. Sangita and Ms. Mei, and also contact Secretariat if you have further details. I would like to thank the speakers here today, Ms. Sangita and Ms. Mei. And before we end, I would like to invite our Vice President, Dr. Nawamani, to do a short closing. Dr. Nawa, are you there? I don't think Dr. Nawa is there. Okay. Anyway, thank you guys for joining us today. Thank you guys. I would like to...
Can I give one closing note here?
Yes, Ms. Sangita, please.
Okay, guys, thanks everyone for joining us today. If you have any inquiries or you want to know further, or you, despite not meeting CGC's criteria or anything, you can always call me. My number is there. You always can drop me a message. Then I'll be keeping in touch with you. I'll be discussing with you and advise you accordingly. So don't think that your application is not able to be processed or anything. Don't keep your mind sterile. Just call me, message me. I'll be in contact with you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Sangita. Thank you, guys. Thank you for coming today. Thank you again. Bye.
Thank you and stay safe, everyone.
Goodbye.